Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Euroleague Weekly, the last episode dedicated to the regular season. And for that special episode, I'm not alone, but I don't have George Rogkavopoulos with me. I have instead Chris Cowers. Chris, thank you for being here.
Hey Dora, nice to be here.
One of the most recognizable voice in Greece when it comes to Euroleague games. So congratulations for that. It's quite an achievement. We're very happy that you're here because we're going to have some inside info. And I'm going to start from last night's game because you were commentating on Panathinaikos' game. Panathinaikos didn't make it to the playoffs, but we'll have to go through the play-in process. How about that?
Well, they're not proud to be in the 7th spot and having to go through adversity, but sometimes, adversity is all you need to gain some much-needed momentum because they have been on and off all season. Now it's time for them to prove what they're built for.
Mm-hmm. And we saw what Monaco did last night too.
I mean, no real surprises except Monaco.
Yep.
Any else, all the favorites won, but Monaco, what a performance from them. I mean, 8 is the new 12. Mm-hmm. 8 players, they're used to it, and now 105 points against not, in-form Hapoel. You can say that. They lost to Olympiacos, but previously they gained 2 wins against Panathinaikos and Fenerbahce. They got the derby. Mm-hmm. Nobody expected the 20-point deficit.
Mm-hmm. So now we have 2 games on Tuesday, and I'm talking about Panathinaikos that will host Monaco, and then we have Barcelona and Red Star, 2 really important games. And now let's talk from the other side of the standings. Let's talk about the top team of the standings. That was Olympiacos for another regular season, the 3rd time, not in a row, but within the 4 past years. That's quite an achievement for Coach Bartzokas and Olympiacos. Do you think this time will break the curse?
Well, nobody knows, but they're not afraid of the curse of the first place. It's a testament to the whole organization's stability, consistency, their know-how of going through a marathon such as this year's and any year's regular season, especially this one with 38 game days. They got through it. In December, they were at first 15 games. They were at 8-7 record. They jumped through last 4 months. Coach Bartzokas said also that it was the depth of the squad, but depth in itself doesn't do anything. You have to use it accordingly.
Exactly. And let's, you mentioned the 38 games. Out of the 38, they managed to win 26. They finished first when it comes to scoring. They finished first when it comes to assists. Second, when it comes to percentage and 2-pointers, they had 2 MVP candidates. I'm talking about Sasa Vezenkov and Tyler Dorsey. They have 3 MVP candidates when we talk about first and second all EuroLeague team. Sasa had breaking every record when it comes to scoring. He's first in performance index rating. Milutinov is first in rebounding. That's quite an achievement by itself. You have a full team. You have a lot of achievements as a team. You've broken a lot of records. Now it's time to break the curse, but we have a long way ahead of that. Let's go on another team that surprised us at the beginning. Then they had a bad stretch for 2 months. I'm talking about Coach to this team and Hapoel. They didn't manage to win last night against Monaco. What's your take on Hapoel?
Well, they're victims of their own expectations because if we said at the start of the season they're going to finish at the top 6, we're going to say, well, that's a fine achievement for a team that's in the first season in Euroleague. They have been first for a couple of months in the start of the season, so dropping at 6 at the final day of the regular season seems like anticlimactic for them. But on and off, if you see the big picture, I think it's a well-earned finish. It was just 1 win. If they could have got it, they would be top 4 right now.
And do you think that going back and forth to Tel Aviv because of what has happened with the war really affected them?
Of course,
traveling a lot. I know you had an interview with Coach to do this. Speaking to you about those things.
Well, you cannot actually coach about that. Nobody, trains you in order to have those kind of circumstances. And the whole picture for Hapoel, it's growing pains. It's some things that you have to go through in order to gain that much needed experience, which you cannot buy at the store.
Okay, are you ready for our team of the week?
I'm always ready.
Okay, let's go. And let's start with our team of the week powered by Novibet. First, one of my favorite point guards in the league, Facundo Campazzo from Real Madrid. He had a big game. He has been having an amazing year so far. Let's be honest. This time against Red Star, the final game of the regular season, he was amazing. 16 points, 8 assists, 3 steals and a performance index rating of 21 points. And let's not forget, they didn't just win Red Star. They destroyed it. 103 to 82 when it comes to the game. And you know what? A lot of people thought that Real Madrid could not go all the way. Well, they did. And they did it because of Facundo Campazzo's performances this year.
Well, going to the 2 position, Papi Badio is the young Montero in this week, you know, the 1-2 punch from Valencia with Senegalese guard having a night of just few days after extending his contract through 2029. A big win for Valencia, who obviously Pedro Martinez's team isn't afraid of anyone. A top 2 finish for maybe, you know, arguably the most exciting team of this year's EuroLeague. And Papi Badio had quite a night with a PIR of 20. A crucial game for him in the win in Sarajevo against Dubai.
Now let's talk about another player that he played after a 4-game absence, and I'm talking about Nikos Rogkavopoulos from Panathinaikos. What a performance, what a career high with 24 points, only 1 miss. And, you know, he went 3 for 3 for 2-pointers, 4 for 5 for 3-pointers, 6 free throws, and 2 dunks. 1 with 2 hands, 1 with 1 hand.
The one with authority,
yeah.
with the 2-handed one.
He was like, I'm here, I'm going to foster you, so you better be careful. A big win for Panathinaikos. It wasn't enough to take them to the playoffs, but it was enough to give them the ticket to the play-ins, another way to enter the playoffs this year. And he had an amazing regular season. Let's be honest, he got a lot of chances from Coach Ataman, and he grabbed those opportunities, and he showed us what he can do.
4 position, Jaron Blossomgame. You sure you're not insane? Because 30 points against Hapoel in a crucial game against the Israelis, which actually gave Monaco the 8th spot. 3 wins in a row in the final 3 games of the season for a team that has learned to fight adversity like it's eating cereal in the morning. So Jaron Blossomgame, a big game, career high with 30 points, and he's coming to Athens for a big showdown against Panathinaikos.
And last but not least, let's not forget Moses Wright, because we're always talking about Zalgiris. Congratulations, they finished the top 6, but we're also talking about Sylvain Francisco from Zalgiris. What about Moses Wright this year? He's again on our starting 5. He had an amazing, out of this world double-double with 16 points, 18 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, and a 43-point rate on performance index rating. An amazing performance for Moses Wright. He had an amazing regular season. Congratulations to him and to Zalgiris. And speaking about players and performances, let's talk about a surprise that we had this year, a pleasant surprise that we had this year, and we witnessed it a lot of games, especially you that you're commentating on games of Olympiacos and Panathinaikos. What about Tyler Dorsey?
I mean, that's a rebirth for a guy that has said in the very first game of the season, I remember that was in Vitoria, and he said, it's like I've taken 2 years off. Mm-hmm. That's quite a statement, you know, for a guy that had such desire to get back on track and the motivation to show everyone I'm not down. Because 2 years is quite a long time for a guy. You can fizzle out of the EuroLeague. Tyler Dorsey didn't do that.
Exactly. And you know what? Are you serious, Tyler Dorsey? What have you been doing this regular season? He has been consistent. He has been mature. And I remember in one of our interviews, he said, you know what? This time last year, I wasn't even at the roster. I wasn't making the team to play at the game. So to me, that was a wake-up call that I need to do something. I took the summer with the national team, and Coach Spanoulis helped me a lot to do a reset on my career. And everything I do it for my son. That was quite an emotional touch to this. But yeah, let's talk about his consistency and maturity and what he brings to Olympiacos, a full team, a full roster, a team that already has an MVP, already has a lot of scorers, but he managed to find his way and to create his own points and, you know, being one of the top scorers for Coach Barjoka's team.
I mean, he had to take over the starting spot from none other than Evan Fournier. That speaks for itself. I mean, Evan Fournier is an established superstar in the EuroLeague. He forced Georgios Barjokas to put Fournier in the second unit. That worked wonders for Olympiacos in general, but it speaks about, you know, Tyler Dorsey's consistency, because we know he can catch fire in any given game. But the way he did it in 38 games, shooting 40% from 3, quite a lot, 6+6 3-pointers. I mean, that's the best Dorsey we've seen so far. Mentally too, because we could see him, don't start the games in the best way. He would disappear from the games. Now, he's coming back.
And without a doubt, Tyler has been a surprise. But what has been an unpleasant surprise within the middle of the season, but now it's a pleasant surprise, is Monaco. Out of nowhere performance powered by Puma goes this week, without a doubt, to Monaco that has been having a difficult year, but they managed to finish strong even though they played with 8 players.
I mean, two months ago, before the Olympiacos game, I was there in Monte Carlo, and Mike James was nowhere to be found half an hour before the game. It seemed like it was, just 24 hours after Vasilis Spanoulis' departure, resignation from the team. It seemed like there was no hope, no light at the end of the tunnel for Monaco. After this, they lost. They won against Olympiacos. They lost Mike James for 20 days. It wouldn't be possible, but it still is. 3 wins at the end of the regular season. They're still here, and nobody dares to defy a team that managed to get here after fighting adversity. And to remind you, they were the finalists last year. The core of that team is still here, and it's the essence of a last dance team right now.
And they didn't fall apart that everybody was expecting them to do so. They actually, as you said, they had 3 straight wins, finishing the regular season very strong, even if they played with almost 8 players. And now they have the chance to make the playoffs, but they have to go through the play-ins. What is it about this game against Panathinaikos? We're going to talk in a little bit about it, but this is their second chance, as it is also for Panathinaikos.
Yeah, but they still have one more. I mean, for Monaco right now, they have nothing to lose against Panathinaikos. They go into the wildest, the best arena in terms of, they had the award last night for Pau fans. The ball is really light for them. If they lose, they lose. They have a second chance going into Gaston Médecin. So pressure is on Panathinaikos really to get this win, because Monaco has a second chance.
Exactly.
And if it's 7th, if it's 8th for them, it's all the same.
And let's be honest, it's one thing that is for sure: nobody wants to face Monaco right now if they get into the playoffs. And since we have you here, Chris, it's time for our fan zone.
Yep.
Are you ready for this? Actually, I will be ready for this, for the first one. I'll take the first one, you'll take the second one. Is that okay? Okay.
Hit me.
I'll hit you. Olympiacos is about to break the regular season first place curse and go all the way to the Euroleague title. Impressive, we know that. If they don't pull it off this year in their best rival's home, then no team ever will. And keep in mind, I'm not even an Olympiacos fan. I'm Barca all the way. But finishing first for the 3rd time in the last 4 years speaks volumes. Keep up the great work, guys. Thank you, Xavier.
I mean, yeah, for Javier, it's an amazing accomplishment for Olympiacos, but there's always this cloud over them that they have to finish the job. It's always this thing that Coach Bartzokas has said numerous times. I trust in the work. It's not easy for anyone to do what we do, finish up first 3 times in the last 4 years. But they have the monkey on their back, that's for sure. And all these records will mean not nothing, but it will be shady if they don't finish up. So this year, of course, in terms of prestige too, winning at their biggest rivals arena will, make it all worthwhile, the struggles of the last 4 years. So, Yorgos G says, hello everyone, Valencia is probably playing the best basketball in the entire competition right now, and it's truly a joy to watch them. If Martinez doesn't win Coach of the Year, then the award should be banned. That said, I have to admit I'm very happy that we'll face them in the playoffs, even with home court disadvantage. I consider it a given that we'll beat Monaco in the play-in, and then Panathinaikos will eliminate Valencia 3-1. And yes, I know that they beat us twice in the regular season. Take care.
Oof. Okay, let's go with the first part first. I agree. Coach Martinez should get Coach of the Year. Let's be honest. Okay, Coach Bartzokas finished first with his team for a 3rd time within the 4 last years. But let's not forget the budget, the players, what it's of the teams is the weight that they carry. And there's a different thing at stake for both for those teams. Let's not forget what Real did. Nobody was thinking that Real would go all the way, even though Coach Carriolo managed to bring them all the way. But let's be honest, Pedro Martinez has been doing an amazing job. He deserved this award. I don't know, Chris, what you're saying. Hands down, he's the best coach right now in the Euroleague.
It's not only that he was second, it's the way you do it too.
Exactly.
It's fun, it's fast-paced, it's entertaining, it's modern, it's everything we want to see from an underdog team that nobody was expecting to be in the top 8.
Yeah, let's be honest. Nobody was expecting them to be in the playoffs, but they managed to surprise us all in a very good way. And now let's talk about the second part when it comes to Panathinaikos. I don't think Valencia is an easy opponent. I don't think that Valencia is a team that matches Panathinaikos when it comes to their style of play.
Yeah, the play
It's going to
style.
be a very difficult series if that happens. And
but they
I don't
have
know.
the experience factor.
They do, they have. That was the other thing I was about to say, that Panathinaikos against Valencia might not be playing the best basketball that they can right now, but they have the experience on the bench, they have the experience on the floor to win the series. But however, they need to be very, very consistent in both ends of the floor, and they haven't been consistent. Now this consistent, and now is their chance to try to show to everybody what they can do. And that goes for both teams. Do you know where you're going to be on Tuesday night?
Hopefully in Telecom Center Athens.
Not only you, but everybody's eyes will be there. And of course, at the game, Barcelona versus Red Star. I think it's a little bit more exciting, the game Panathinaikos-Monaco.
Yeah, it's a contrast because, you know,
of a lot of reasons.
The other one is a do or die game.
Yeah.
But for Pana to be in this kind of situation, it glows up the plane because we didn't expect the Greens to be in such a spot. So this tale of Panathinaikos is like, you know, a big-time TV series with so many ups, so many downs, and now Pana has to claw, scratch his way to players and then go against Valencia. And Monaco is so complicated.
Yeah. And they're going to be away from home in the loudest arena that also got an award.
Sure.
Let's not forget that about Telecom, the Telecom Center. Panathinaikos will have to be very, very aggressive. That's going to be a very exciting game. I think the arena will be super loud. It's going to be quite an experience. It's going to be quite an experience to see if 8 players can pull it off for another game, for a fourth game in a row.
In the playoffs, they say, you know, the rotations and the squads shrink a bit. It's not about 12 men, but 8 is 8 because you need to have 8, maybe in theory, at least 10 guys to, you know, go ahead, foul trouble if you find it. A late or a minor injury that will get you derailed. Not so much for Panathinaikos, which has 12 players. Roga said, I'm here. Punch it off the bench. But they play against EuroLeague's all-time scorer.
Yep.
I mean,
Mike
they
James.
know how to play. Mike James can play. Daniel Tice has his whole NBA and EuroLeague pedigree around them. Alpha Diallo and Jaron Blossomgame. Not a team that you want to mess up with.
Exactly. Before you go, we have to watch our Tales from Thailand.
We
Are you
have
ready
to.
for that? Let's go. And before we talk about Mike James, because I saved the best for last, we have to see again this guy that we really missed. I know you have, I think your profile picture is with Luka Doncic. You remember? Like an interview, like that's an old picture, I remember.
It was like, I think 9 years ago.
Oh my God.
It was baby steps for young Luka in Athens.
And yourself.
Not exactly baby.
Not
but
baby step, but yeah, the beginning of your EuroLeague career. Now, what about this? I wish I was there. You know, Djokovic and Luka Doncic and, whoa, right?
I was commentating the game.
Amazing. Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah, I was. I saw
that was amazing.
24 Grand Slam champion next to the golden boy from Slovenia, which is, you know, everybody's sweetheart in Madrid. He always follows Madrid. He's injured right now, so he took the time to get into Movistar Arena to watch the game against Crvena Zvezda and that wild three-pointer from Yud.
Yeah, that Clementine.
Yeah, that Clementine.
That we all love. And Luka Doncic's expression said it all. It was an amazing thing to watch, and we want to see more of that. And I'm sure during the Final Four, without want to reveal any surprises, we're going to see a lot of stars.
That's
from
that's
tennis,
for sure.
NBA, Hollywood. We're going to see a lot of people coming to watch this
Luka
upcoming
hopes he's
Final
not
Four.
going to be there because
No, I don't think he's going to be there.
If he's going to be there, that's not a great season for the Lakers.
Exactly. It's a great season for Euroleague,
Yeah.
though. Now, let's go to Mike James that we were talking before. Where's he going to go? Where's Mike James going to go? He's going to Barcelona?
I mean, it seems like for Monaco, we don't even know if Monaco is going to be in the Euroleague next season. It's all shady. For Mike James, it seems the end of the road. Now, the next chapter, maybe in Catalonia, in Barcelona. That's what Chima Monaki says. Yeah,
that's what Chima Monaki said at the Triple Threat show. But let's be honest, he needs a team. I think about Mike James right now. We're talking about first scorer in Euroleague's history. One of the best players of the past decade when it comes to his position. He needs a team. He needs to lead a team. He needs a team to be built around him.
I mean,
he can't go to a team like here it is, Mike James. Let's add Mike James to the roster.
I don't know, because every season it seems like, Mike James isn't getting any younger, but he isn't getting any older because he still plays 35 plus games. He's a model of consistency. And you could say, okay, he's gone, he's walking down the hill. He's really not. He's number 2 right now in points created. Okay, his percentages have dropped a little, but he still has Monaco on his back. And he's like 36 right now.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
36 or 38? Let's not talk about ages here.
No.
Let's be honest.
I'm sorry.
Mike James, at the beginning of the season, we had some videos on this show regarding what he has been doing over the summer. He has been working a lot over the summer. He's working all summer to be like this. It's not easy at 36 to be performing like this, to have this condition. And he's amazing. He's been working hard. He deserves that. And I want to see him on a big team. I want to see him getting a title before he retires. I
mean, I think in this stage of his career, Mike James can, of course, lead a team, but he's going to need some help, to be as fresh as possible when it comes to this stage of the season. Having some help during the regular season, which isn't getting any, but more, I don't know how to say that, easy for anyone. Mm-hmm. He needs some help when it comes to that final stretch of his career to really shine and get that trophy that you're talking about.
Okay, we're going to see over the summer what will happen. But first, we have play-ins, playoffs. Let's start with the play-ins this week. Did you have fun at the show?
Of course.
We're going to have you during the playoffs, maybe with George here. We're going to talk about the playoffs.
I'm waiting for the invite.
Okay, the invite will come. I like what you said before the show starts, so I'm going to leave you guys with that. Now, regular season was fun, but playoffs, it's a different animal.
It's a different animal for sure.
Thank you guys. See you next week.